So you're going to be the Red Arrow?
Speedy. Speedy. I think, Thea still kind of wants to be called Red Arrow as an homage to her big bro, but I think Speedy kind of stuck.
How does she feel about her dad now being in charge of League of Assassins?
I don't think Thea really... I don't think she has too much of a positive feeling in her hearts for Malcolm right now, so I don't think that he and what he's doing is like the first thing on her mind as of now, although that is a big deal. I think that she's just like trying to get away from all of that, because last year he put her through the ringer and a half, so she definitely needs a little bit of a break.
What can you tell us about Thea's role on Team Arrow when you start the season off?
Well, last time we saw her, she had just put on the costume and was helping out the team a bit, so definitely say that she's helping out now. But, she's new to all this stuff, very new, and even after doing it for, we pick up 5 months later, but the team has got a couple years on her, at least Diggle does, and then Laurel probably has another year or so as well. So there's definitely a little learning on how to curve the aggression, possibly. Which may or may not as well be, I don't actually even know the full answers to this, but I have a feeling, and I don't want anybody to forget, the fact that she was dumped into the Lazarus pit and resurrected. So I don't think anybody would be resurrected and be normal after that, so there's gotta be something happening to her, slowly but surely, so yeah, maybe it's an after effect, or who knows, maybe there's something going down.
So how early on did you know this is where Thea was going? How early on did they tell you?
Day one, before I even signed on to the show, in the audition room. Or the casting room, they told me that the character was going to move on to be a superhero eventually. Specifically, probably Speedy. They weren't 100% sure if it was going to be Speedy or not, but they had already written the pilot with a little hint dropped in there anyway, so it was definitely on their mind. But I am very happy with the amount of time they took for her trajectory in building her into the hero. Because that's one of my favorite things about this show, is that nobody just walks out or wakes up one morning and is like, I'm going to go save the world and put on a costume or whatever. No, everybody goes through something that leads them to the point where they decide to do this. Or go against it and do bad, either one of the two. But every single character on the show we've either explored their background once we've seen them, via flashbacks of Malcolm and everything. We've explored the reason why he became the way that he is, and tried to justify his manicism. With Oliver, we started off with him on the island, and then we've been doing flashbacks forever about how he became who he is. And then for Thea, she's been starting off as this character, and then finally, after all this crazy amount of stuff that's going to happen to her, I don't think there's anything else that could happen other than putting on the costume. So all the characters go through this proper origin stories, which is my favorite thing about the show. Everyone's been done justice to, in that much respect.
Do you and your castmates compare training notes on how to best train for this kind of fight move?
Well, because we all actually we're all supposed to be very different in our training and fighting styles, except for really Malcolm, Oliver, and Thea are supposed to have the most similar. Of the three of us are all trained by League of Assassins, archers, as well as Malcolm and Thea are master swordsmen now, and Oliver definitely knows how to use one. So maybe not good enough against Roz, but definitely know how to use one. But yeah, so there's definitely a lot of differences in the fighting styles, but also a lot of the collaborations between the two. I think that, between Thea and Laurel, there definitely be some conversations about, their styles and how to come back to reality from it.
Do you have a say in what your superhero outfit looks like?
No, because if I did, I'd have a cape right now. That's all I ever asked for. I've been saying it since season 1. I've just been like, guys, I need to be the first person with a cape. It must be done. And it's not happening.